Welcome, friends. Today we are doing another live stream. Marvelous. That's right, friends. I have returned to you tonight with another live stream. Excellent. How are we? Bob, Dushan, Dev, Saab, Zach, Devon, MJ, Bill Bengtson, Michael John, and Juro. How are we, lads? How is everybody? I am fantastic and I am doing really well. That's right. Let me know, welcome to you. Let me know what all of you have been wearing today. Oh shit. Let me know your scents of the day. My scent of the day was a Channel classic. Not a Chanel classic, a Channel classic. How's that? How's the picture there? Oh, it's kind of weird. Actually, that's okay. Just been playing with a filter. I don't usually do stuff like that. Welcome, Stuart Mabe. I sent you an email. I got your package, thank you. And the guy didn't realise how close it was to December. Should be here in about 2 or 3 weeks. So when that arrives, I shall let you know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Higher contrast than usual, Rich. Are you enjoying it? Is it a bit much for you? EDC Imperial is what I wore. Fantastic perfume, though. That was an Aaron Terence Hughes reference, correct. Someone was wearing Ombre Leather 16. Did you have the private blend version? Do you want to know what? Excuse me. I've had this for years and I've worn it like twice. If that. Evening Nick S. Scent of the day was a Scarda Pour Homme. Scent of the evening is Versace L'Homme. I find myself at a familiar chat. Welcome, Divine. How are you? That's right, friends. Today I hit 2,222 subscribers. So pretty chuffed about that. Everything's fine, mate, Stuart. Just have to wait on the arrival of the man now. Puts me to sleep. I find myself wearing a spray or two of Nishane Annie to get to bed right now. Puts me to sleep. That's unusual. Excuse me. Sorry, that is a powerful fragrance to put you to sleep. I can tell you. I don't know how I feel about this ombre leather. Am I getting amber woods? Am I getting amber wood? I don't know. We do like that sort of thing. Congratulations, Rich. Thank you, Dev. I had the flu last week, so I only wore one spray of Santal 33. Excuse me. I had the flu last week, so I only wore one spray of Santal 33. I needed something with zero sweetness, and this hit the spot. Justin says, good evening, good evening. If this were a cricket match, you'd have to stand on one leg for this stream. 222 for 2. I don't know that I could stand. As long as it was my right leg, I literally couldn't stand on my left leg. I once tried to kick a football. About 6 months ago, a year ago maybe. I went to plant my left leg to swing my right leg at it, and my leg just gave way. My back, my hip, the whole kit and caboodle was just like, nope. couldn't swing the leg, couldn't do anything. So standing on one leg, as long as it's the right leg, I should be okay. I'm good. Had a nice gym session. No luck at all finding work though. Finance is a bitch. Scent of the day was Zerjov Astaral, one of those oud roses that is almost sweet jammy rose, like Roger's Amber Oud. Yikes. I'm not an oud rose fan, to be honest with you, although I have been wearing the night. Just not a massive fan of the genre, to be fair. God, no, I'm getting amber woods from this. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Double Nelson. Did you say YouTube's war with ad blockers? Greedy scum. No, I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't. What's that about? Tell me more. I know YouTube's been giving it big licks with putting ads on people's videos, whether they want it or not, and putting them wherever they like them. Which is dodgy. I got a quiz from YouTube the other day, and it asked me what my relationship, if YouTube was a person, what would your relationship be like with it? And one of the choices was secret lover. And I thought, that's well fucking dodgy. Oh. Glad someone got the reference. Agar Wood is supposed to be a rose oud from Healy, says A. I don't like many rose ouds, especially the Cypriol stuff is a bit too out there. I don't like the Cypriol. Cypriol's not my favourite note at all. Jammy rose ouds are okay, but the most I'd pay for this one is like Healy's price range. Still haven't found my bottle of the night. Lyric Man is probably the only Amouage I truly love. It's unlike any other Amouage is spaced out. Occasional Slag. Is that going to be the title of your first perfume? Is it cold up there? Yes, it is, Robert. It is cold and wet. Is it cold down there? Tom Ford's leathers are a lot synthetic, to be fair. I don't find them natural at all, except the ombre leather parfum. Scent of the day is ombre leather 16, really ozonic leather. Very nice. Might have to try the next sample haul. They wanted €25 for anything over 4 samples. 4 and under was only €5. Yikes. If you think you can get sweet jammy rose for Healy prices, you're crazy. Amber aspect of it, $2.90 for 100 ml. I mean, sweet jammy rose oud. Would you consider Monterey? Monterey by Ducita as a jammy? Oh, fuck off. As a sweet jammy rose oud? I wouldn't. It's got that La Ocean oud, which smells kind of pissy. No wet. No boy. Quite sad my beloved Pro T's choked again. But not surprised. Oh dear. Healy has the exact product. It's not natural oud, but I don't mind synthetic oud, says Dev. Oh, I don't mind synthetics in general if well done and high quality. I got an oud guy in town and smelled tons of oud rose, and oud is 80% the same everywhere, says supply and demand. Jammy rose oud should have zero oud. Like when you smell it, it should be sweet, jammy, fluffy rose, not like intense cafe sweet though. Monterey isn't an example of this profile. Okay. If it's if it's a rose oud, should it not at least have one oud? Not zero oud, though. It should have at least one oud. Like it should have like more than one oud, to be fair. It should have a noticeable amount of oud. Rose oud could have an oud accord. 1983 Antaeus, says Rabbit. It's a good perfume. I haven't busted out my Antaeus yet. They list oud. You will struggle to detect it though. John Vavatos oud is the best designer oud, hands down, says supply and demand. Designer ouds. I don't know. I do not know. I'm still baffled by Divine's comments saying that a rose oud, a jammy rose oud, shouldn't have any oud in it. Like zero oud. Some would argue either M7 or Balenciaga Pour Homme is the best designer oud. Well, that's if Balenciaga Pour Homme has actually got oud in it, and yes, I know what thing he says in his presentation, but I don't know. I wouldn't have. I mean, if you'd asked me, I wouldn't have said. I just think it's a particularly dank, slightly sweet patchouli. Well, dank, rich, dark, woody patchouli that gives off a little bit of sweetness every once in a while. M7 is M7 a oud? Are we including designer privés in this? I don't know. Carl says, I want to smell that 1 million Royal Oud. Do you though? Do you? Do you really? Is that what you want? You're insane, says Dev. I've been called worse. I have been called much worse. Oh, dear me. What I'm trying to say is that the sweet jammy rose oud profile is a rose oud subcategory where the oud is minimal and the scent is structured around the rose. Right. I think Carl might be winding us up, says Nick. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I will browse the Look at Turin Perfume Guide PDF tonight. Interested to see what he gave to my favourites. I wouldn't be too worried about what Look at Turin says about perfume. Also, looking back, I have enjoyed my time with Stronger With You oud somewhat, says Dev. Divine says, like, it's closer to being a rose fragrance than it is to being a rose oud. So would you not just call it a jammy rose perfume instead? Because, like... Hello, Rachel. Like, if you're going to call something a rose oud, surely it should be closer to 50-50. Closer. Obviously, you're going to have other stuff in it, you know. Stuart Mabe Says, got a bottle of Enchanted Forest winging its way to my abode this week. It is fantastic. Welcome, Pradeep. I have Cartier's 11th Leo sample on its way. Heard it should be a very interesting one. Divine says, I do call it a sweet jammy rose or just a jammy rose, but they all list oud, and by definition they fall under the rose oud umbrella. People also refer to rose cypriol fragrances as rose ouds. They do that, to be fair, and they shouldn't. Cypriol's a menace. It's one of those things that just, it's like the opposite of sandalwood. It's like if you put sandalwood in a perfume and then you put anything else in it, you risk the danger of just completely silencing the sandalwood. Whereas with cypriol oil, if you put cypriol oil into anything else, it risks eclipsing every other material in the bloody perfume. You know, it's like the anti-sandalwood. Hello, Pat Lester. Hello, Lane. How are you? Rich, do you have Rosendo Mathieu number 5? I used to. I love the musk, and that one, it was too much. That shit blew my fucking sinuses out. It was so potent. It was too much. Couldn't hack it. Couldn't hack it at all. Was frightened by it, frankly. It was a dangerous perfume. Very painful. Scary. Scary stuff. Oh, it's really raining outside. I'm testing a new fragrance that I love by Stora Skuggen called Hexensalbe, a wild inspiration story. I had a sample of number 7 and it was weird, wet, dirt, patchouli fragrance. Not my thing at all, says Dev. Everyone is saying hello to each other. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Friends, I am preparing. There is another 9 or 10 days left of November, and then we will be doing a little rotation, a mini rotation, if you will, where I will, good Lord, it's definitely a winter perfume, this. Oops. I just scratched this a few times. Oh, Patchouli Magnetic's so nice. It really is actually very nice. It's probably their best fragrance. It's certainly the best one I've smelled from them. Stora Skuggen is a Swedish house, so you UK and EU folks should check it out. Ordered YSL Opium Pour On and Lalique Pour On. I'll be excited to try these. I'm excited for you to try them. They're pretty great. The fragrance is a reconstruction of an actual European medieval witch's potion that was so poisonous you could only use it on as a rub-on salve. It was hallucinogenic. High times. Coming up to Luciano Pavarotti. Weather. Looking forward to wearing my mini. Do you know, I think Pavarotti is a spring, summer, autumn, winter. You can wear that whenever you want. Spring and it's such a happy fragrance though for me. Smells like just better times. You know what I mean? It just smells like better times. I don't mean it reminds me of like unicorns and babies and fucking shit like that. It just smells like, you know, when you go on holiday and you just feel after the first 4 days or something, you've got your feet under the table, you've got your feet up, everything's easier, the weather's better, the people are nicer, you feel nicer. That's what Pavarotti smells like to me. It smells like better times. There was an eBay listing. There was an eBay listing, and it was 10 Pavarotti 4.5mm minis. And I thought I'd love to own at least one or two of them. Opium Pour-Homme is a bit meh for me. See, I think this is a winter perfume. It's very sweet. So that Serge Lutens is doing 25% off for Black Friday on some stuff with free minis for $200 Euro plus. Orders on the way. Have you got any new fragrances on the way? No, I don't. No, I don't, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't actually. I'm not sure it will be my thing, but I love the bottle of Opium Pour-Homme. So classy looking, it's fantastic. I love the eau de parfum. It's brilliant. The eau de toilette's nice, but the eau de parfum's just. It only ever came in 50 mils. And it's sweet. It smells like a different time. This is the modern version. I've got a vintage one. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous with wormwood, salty licorice, angelica, belladonna, hemlock, moss. Oof, too sweet for me at any other time of year, pal, says Pavarotti. Great fragrance. Try to get a hold of Opium Pour-Homme EDP, says Stuart. It's a better version, just harder to get a hold of, says Stuart. Oh boy, I've just come home to a package with French on it. I suspect my Healy samples have arrived. You never know, it could be anything French. You know, could just be the entire fucking population of France arrived at your house. French. The French are coming. Juro. I liked Silphium of their early releases. Turin said about Amber and Away that it smells like biscuit, floor wax and wet hair. Interesting observation. I don't think it smells like fucking... I get this. I know what he means by biscuit. I get like a tobacco kind of vibe from it. I saw that Serge Lutens. Sorry, I've read that. Do you have any new fragrances on the way? Unfortunately not. I need to change that. I saw some brands have bigger Black Friday codes this year. Example, Fragrance du Bois and Roger have 20% off, as they should. That should be permanent. Last year, Fragrance du Bois was 15% off. I'll tell you something. From what I have heard, especially from retail sales associates, perfume industry is fucking struggling to shift anything at the minute. You're in a cost of living crisis. The economy's on its arse. Western economies are on their arse. And the Chinese economy's on its arse. And from what I've heard, the price increases have really, really, really hurt them as far as their sales are concerned, which is good. I'm glad that's happening. I'm glad people are voting with their feet. Fuck them for putting their prices up egregiously like they have. The scandalous bastards. I'm so inspired for new stuff. Only want blazing. Mr. Sam says, well, yeah, I'm uninspired by modern perfume. Opium Pour-Homme was the first perfume I smelled and loved. I think that was 25 years ago now. I need it back in my life, man. They are out there. They are out there, Mr. Cross. Supply and demand also wants very sexy for men. I haven't smelled that. Have you tried the Le Breton's Grimoire? Similar to inspiration. Similar in inspiration, says Giro. I have a sample of Grimoire and really liked it. I thought Grimoire was quite interesting. It was like a sweaty, smelly, priestly kind of thing, wasn't it? The new Guerlain tobacco honey is similar to Amber and Away, says Pradeep. Have I smelled that one? I don't think I have. I'm scared to go into the bloody fragrance places now because they see me as like a fucking... I don't know, they must think I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? They must think I'm fucking stupid, like. Because they just like walk in and they're like, oh, come over here. One of the sales associates rang me the other day. Like one of the Dior sales associates. And I was just like, nope. Not answering that. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Who's buying luxury goods in this economy except maniacs like us, says Paroli. That's a very good point. You're not going to get the average Joe, you know? Maybe that's why the sales associate rang us. Because I'm a fucking maniac. I think you're onto something there, actually. Don't I believe that 100%, says Rachel. Yep, absolutely. They're definitely fucking having a nightmare. Like, I don't know what their goals are. I don't know what they are like. I don't know what they're planning. It's like it seems very short-sighted for them to just not take a little bit of a hit in the profit margin. You know, just let your margin get a little bit thinner. Just for once. You know? Like, can you imagine how much goodwill one of these companies, say Tom Ford hadn't put their prices up in 2 or 3 years. Imagine how much goodwill as soon as somebody realised that Tom Ford hadn't put their prices up, whereas Chanel were putting them up 20% a year. 10% a year, 20% a year. You know what I mean? Look at Andy Tower. Andy Tower put his prices up in the last year, and he got in touch with all the fucking. He got in touch with all the with all of his distributors and said, "Look, I'm sorry, this is why I'm having to do it." And he hadn't put his prices up in years, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know. So when Andy Tower does it, it's like, well, he hasn't put his prices up in years. Yes, I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I can take it. I can deal with it, but not when a company like Chanel's putting them up fucking twice a year. Fuck them. The prices these days are crazy. Tom Ford can keep the private bottles deep up his arse. I don't have a single modern fragrance on my wish list. Most recent is Original Vetiver, which is a very good fragrance. Also is Profumum Roma, Proudy. I think he's aware. The prices these days are crazy. I really want to buy more Aritzia bottles. I've got many things on the wish list since quite early in my fragrance journey, but pacing myself, says A. Yes, good idea. Do what's best for you. If it works for you, do what's best for you. Absolutely. I kind of had a different reaction. I thought, fuck. I kind of thought to myself early on, prices are never going to go down. And like the only trend is heading upwards, unless we see a crash, unless perfume fucking sellers, like creators, fucking all of that start realizing that they've shit in their own nest by putting their prices up to what they are. And they think, fuck, we're going to have to start dropping prices now. Then prices are only going to go one way. And I thought, buy as much perfume as you can early on. And plus, with me being into vintage stuff, the further time goes on, there's only going to become less and less of a supply. But if your system works for you, that is definitely the best way to do it. Like, you know, you do what works for you best. Everybody's got different circumstances, you know. Friends, it's that time in the stream again where I say, if you would like to like the stream, please do. Please do. I kind of had a different reaction. I thought, fuck. I kind of thought to myself early on, prices are never going to go down. Unless we see a crash, unless perfume sellers, like creators, fucking all of that start realizing that they've shit in their own nest by putting their prices up to what they are. And the thing fuck, we're going to have to start dropping prices now. I would be most appreciative. In fact, I will be most appreciative. I'll say thanks. Thanks. And I appreciate it. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I really want more arrests here. If you are smart and buy 10 mils instead of full bottles, you won't splurge so bad, says Supply and Demand. Designer bottles are reaching €100 with 30% off, which is insanity. That is insanity. Metro Parfumi at Gantier has some Black Friday deals as well. Just got an email from them. I want that Garrigue. Dear me, that stuff is fucking fire. Absolute fire. That stuff is one of the best fragrances I've smelled in a long time. Like Meuardont. If I could get a bottle of that Garrigue, the vintage bottle, right, that would go in my top 10 of the year. Germs, welcome. How are you, mate? It is nice to see you. Me and Germs are twin brothers from another mother, even though twin brothers from different mothers because we were born on the same day. Although I have heard of twins being born on separate days. Have you ever seen that? Where one of them's born at like 10 o'clock at night and one of them's born at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Poor mothers. I'll put it in the chat for you, mate. Devon Cross. Garrigue. Bye. I'm hoping. Yes, that's right. The predictive text did me job there. Metro Parfumier at Gantier. I'm wanting to buy Chanel Egoiste, but I don't know. I don't think I need the Cologne Concentrate. I think the regular one will suit me best. Should I buy a brand new bottle or find an older one? An older one if possible, because it is thicker, richer, deeper, more powerful, more potent. There's just more of it. But don't pay silly money. The new one is perfectly fine. But the vintage one has more. Oh! I only have Réaction and Chypre Mousse, but the others are on my to-buy list. They have to choose your own sample set that's calling my name. Who do? Aritzia, I see. Probably I only have Chypre Mousse. Ah, like the stream, says Adam D. Welcome, Adam D. How are you? Wish I rushed to buy Killian in 2021. Could have gotten those 50 mils brand new for what, €126 with 30% off? Now most of them full price are 245. Yes, but 245 with 30% off is 150. So they've only gone up 25 euros. But that's still 10%. Killians are fucking silly prices. Killians are just not, they're not worth what you pay for them. And the names are offensive. I'm waiting for a Lucky Cent 30% off coupon code for Black Friday, says Supply and Demand. Pink Incense, says Pradeep. Wish Metro Parfumi Elegante samples were available over here. Dev, I wouldn't be buying anything from abroad if I were you. I can't imagine stuff getting in and out of Israel very easily at the minute, mate. I'd give it 6 months to a year. Deflation is the real nightmare. Even the elite then gets steamrolled. Well, deflation is a nightmare. I mean, a little bit of deflation's okay. You know, every once in a while. I mean, the last time we had a period of deflation in this country anyway was 2008, and that just felt like being on fire and then somebody pouring a bucket of water over you. You know, that's what that felt like at the time. Because I was just 20, I was 22, 23. So obviously I wasn't massively affected in the way some people were by the financial crisis, but Hey, cabron. We're still paying for not fucking dealing with that crisis properly, like. England are losing to North Macedonia. That doesn't surprise us. Gareth Southgate's a fucking... I can't use that word, but Gareth Southgate's a bad shit. A Warlin Stone to Gurlon EDT Vintage. Love the Elamy resin note, says Splinter. If you like the Elamy resin note in that, you may like the Elamy resin note in Laos by Filippo Sorcinelli. Neela Vermeer I want, but the price is pain. I have the Neela Vermeer sample set heading my way, which shall hopefully be here tomorrow, along with a bottle of Everlasting, which I'm giving to my friend because she helped me in a big way. So that'll be fun. You can expect to see the Neela Vermeer. I'm actually going to try and maybe push them to the front of the queue as far as samples are concerned, because I have heard big things about them. Big things. Pradeep, great new video, by the way. Yes, we enjoy Pradeep's channel, Sent Zatura. It is very good. If you would like, I will link it in the chat. Fucking Pradeep's got a fucking spanner. Link it yourself. Pradeep, you have a spanner. You should be able to drop a link in the chat. Talking of unhinged behaviour, I have a new Eris on the way. My Eris collection is complete for the time being. They're not bloody cheap, are they? They're a good house, though. They're very well made, and they use very good materials. But bloody hell, you'll pay a lot of money. I am interested, though, in smelling the new... Oh, what the fuck? I've totally forgot what I was going to say. Just had a massive brain fart. What was I looking at? Ah, yes, Eris. I was looking forward to smelling the new concentration of MX, because I preferred MX to MXXX. There you go, friends. Well done, Pradeep. The MXXX I liked, but I kind of felt like it was a bit of a compromise, because I preferred MX to MXXX, but MX didn't last for 20 minutes. Shockingly bad performance. A bucket of water is nothing for you. It's just a little bucket of water. Rachel, we love you, says Dushan. I'm wearing Lidge on Christmas, says Supply and Demand. I don't know what I'm going to wear on Christmas. I wore Arso the other day. That's Christmassy, because it smells like a pine fire. You know? Oh yeah, Eris is another brand I can't sample without paying for Lucky Scent's awful dabbers. Hey! Hopefully somebody's going to do something about that one day. They have to stop using them. It's nearly 2024. Never mind 2023. It's nearly 2024. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Fucking dabbers are shit. They're fucking shit. Oh yeah, oh sorry. Which even they charge disgusting shipping during peacetime. Hey, thank you, very kind. Etiquette in Montreal. Do they really ship globally, says Dev? You could try Etiquette, yeah. Etiquette are quite good. They don't ship to the UK, though. Delta of Venus, says Paroli. I like MX better too, says Rachel. Well, yes, if you would like to go and subscribe to Pradeep's channel, I think you would be impressed, actually. He does editing. He doesn't talk absolute bollocks. He seems to have a similar style to me, which I like. he also points the camera at the fragrance instead of showing his fucking tits. You know? But he is definitely one of us. He's definitely our kind of reviewer. Like, you'll know what I mean when you see it, when you hear it. It's not some bullshit kind of channel where he talks about fucking, I don't know, just bullshit. He doesn't do that. It's like it's about the fragrance, a little bit of history. Bear with Indo-French accent. Welcome, DJ. How are you? I hope you are well, mate. 4,160 Tuesdays captured by candlelight is my Christmas scent. I used to wear Araby and I hated myself for it. It's fucking... I'm not a massive fan of Araby, to be honest. It's extremely sweet. Maybe I'd wear something special on New Year's, though, says Dev. What happened to you reviewing the PR shit show that is Argos, says Divine. They are coming, but if these Neela Vermeer arrive, I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them next on the list because there's a lot of hype. I'm also getting the fragrance, like they do like a separate sample line where they do. I don't know what they're called. I got an email from Brute the other day actually. Where are they? Yeah, they are. Fragments by NVC, Neela Vermeer Creations Discovery Set. So I've got them to go through as well. And there's not many of them. But she also stocks Neela Vermeer, so I'll be able to buy them from her. I was actually going to buy the sample set from somewhere in France, and then like the next day, like, or the day after, something like that, it was like, oh, I've got them on my website, and I was like, ooh. And then I think she had a bit of a run on them, like. So she was like, oh, do you still want them? I was like, yeah. And she was like, they've only got one left. I was like, fuck, quick. Greetings from the USA. Welcome, Lipstick Bohemian. Scent of the day is Oriental Velour. Kind of cedar, pine forest smoke with a touch of jasmine. I get that big myrrh blast. I know what you mean about that kind of cedary, clean wood. Whoa. It's so good, isn't it? Whoa. I get the spruce. Do you not get the spruce from Oriental Velours? I really like this stuff, actually. Like, I really like it. I do hope there's not a gap. No, there isn't. Oh! Chilling. Busy these days, says DJ. I was wondering when your French pronunciation was so good, says A. Evening, Arseth Almeida, how are you? Noir Peace. I'm selling my Noir Peace. I still haven't got it up for sale, though. I need to get rid of it. It's a vintage one. It's got the 8-digit batch code, so it's... sorry about that. It's the... pre-Estee Lauder. Santal Majuscula's killer for this time war 3 days in a row. Yeah, it's brilliant for the mid-end of November, yes. There's a surge you don't like, Rich? There's quite a few surges I don't like. The fragments are okay, but the original line of fire, says Rachel. Rich, What is the perfume called again? The sweet one you just mentioned. Araby. Araby. I'll put it in the comments. Probably, are you from French India? Pondicherry, the Riviera? Myrrh Blast is so addictive. I love myrrh now. Rich, did you try Beach Hut Man? Longest lasting freshie, hands down. It just goes on. Don't think so. Richard, have you tried L'Occitane and or Eau de Beau? The prices seem very reasonable compared to other things these days. Yes, L'Occitane I've got a bottle of, and Eau de Beau I've got a bottle of. In fact, my Eau de Beau is over here. Oh, fuck off. Eau de Beau's a fucking shit. Eau de Beau's a vintage Fragcom classic. God's sake. Just knocking stuff all over. There's my Eau de Beau. I've also got Eau de Cade. And I've also got... so I've got L'Occitane, I've got Eau de Cade, and I've got Eau de Beau. I think that's about it. I used to have the one that comes in the silver bottle. It's not Citron. It's Cedrat, Eau de Cedrat, which is a pretty great perfume. This is really good stuff. It's really good perfume for 50 quid. They shrank the size of their bottles instead of you are fucking winding me up. God's sake. They shrank the size of their bottles instead of putting their prices up. Oh, what's going on? Frag ho! Why is everything falling over? Svency, hello. I was wondering why your French pronunciation is very below average. Are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else? Oh yes, Spruce, main log cabin. Good catch. Answer us in the Senzatura. Put down the wrench and tell us your real thoughts. A favourite of Kevin Samuels was Eau de Beau, because it's cheap like Kevin Samuels was. Beach Hut Man is cracking. Good myrrh note, coincidentally. Nice. Need to try out the new olfactive studio, says DJ. Supply and demand. What the fuck, Doc? Only care 'cause it's made by the Parfum d'Empire perfumer. He's a good perfumer. How long you been live? Since 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is when I go live. More Fragalanche than Horse Crash. Bilbo would be buzzing. Yes, that's right. Bilbo would be absolutely fucking buzzing. Oh. Hello, Paul the Femo. How are you? Zhao. How now, Zhao? Are you all right? What's happening? Just bought Queer Ottoman Parfum d'Empire. I wasn't a massive fan. I just bought myself Ombre Russe because got it for like half price on eBay. So I thought that's about what I want to pay for it, and it was only a 50ml. I'd like a bottle of vetiver bourbon too, but I'm not paying big money for that either. Oops. Yeah, buddy. The bottles are rebelling. You'll have a revolution in your hand and more like your desk drawers. That's right, Pat, I will. They're not having it. They're trying to topple me or themselves. It's quite outrageous that we're getting beaten away to fucking North Macedonia. Footballing savage. Mr. Smelly had something like "you control the conversation" text and a money animation in the background in his last live stream that he deleted. Getting very desperate, is spaced out. Not a route I intend to go down. I think, I don't know, I just thought his style just went off the rails a bit, like. I think it's very short-termism. Sort of what he went from. So I used to watch him all the time, and then I don't know what he tried to do. I think he kind of destroyed his channel in a way. I have a fragrance problem. Maybe I need to join one of them groups, stand in a semicircle and say, hello everyone, I have an issue, and my issue is I like perfume too much. I've been there. The good thing about retail therapy, the good thing about retail addiction is it's not necessarily a hard one to break. So you should be okay. You just need willpower. But then that's true of all addictions. You need to use a lot of willpower. I have a fragrance problem. 2222, congrats. Thanks. Finally catching you live. What are we discussing here, cis-centered moments? Just perfume, to be honest. Nothing much else. Sorry, I just got a little bit distracted there. I suppose it's better than fucking animals or injecting heroin, but only slightly. Finally catching you live. I prefer women's volleyball over men's soccer by far, says Spaced Out. But what about men's volleyball? Do you prefer that as well? Clones are really huge this year on the tube. I think that's where all the money is, isn't it? Clone houses are willing to pay lots of money for endorsements. So it's not just a free bottle, you know, it's money on top of a free bottle. And I think there is, especially with the way designer prices have been going, that the demand is there, the So the demand is there for the clones. The price is right. The clone houses have got money because the products are worth less than fucking nothing, in my opinion. But there we are. They're cheap as chips, and the profit is there. They can charge quite high prices because designer prices have just sailed off into the fucking sunset at this point in time. They're just so out of reach that no one could even hope to fucking afford them, so everybody's going for good clones. The world being the way it is, it's just where the money is, do you know what I mean? Clones, that's why they're huge on the tube, but you are exactly right. Scent of Sweden, close to the ocean. Sorry, I can't attend this live event. I have an Axe chocolate intense incident. Best regards. Good grief. Get well soon, I think. And welcome and goodbye. I watched him religiously until he made YouTube his living, and he rapidly seemed to change. I assume we're talking about Smelly here. I think Dan hasn't... I don't think he necessarily made it his living. I think he just wanted to make more money from it. And I think that he wanted to... I think he got bored. I think that's it. I think that's a big part of it as well. And I'm being kind there, because there's a more cynical way of looking at it, but I don't necessarily think that that's it. I think he just wanted to freshen it up a bit. The whole live streaming thing, when it all took off in Fragcom, and it wasn't just him, it was everyone. And I think he got into the watch space, and he watched Archie Luxury, and he thought that was provocative, and he thought that was thought that was titillating, because I think he's got that type of sense of humour. But I also think a lot of true things are said in jest. I think there's quite a bit going on there, actually. I don't want to fucking psychologise people on the fucking internet, though. And I have almost gone down that road before. And you shouldn't do stuff like that, really, because it's not really very nice. But I think you say that he rapidly seemed to change. There's two schools of thought on things when people seem to change at a certain age, right? And the men in the early to mid 40s, do they start to change, or do they start to show you who they really are? You know? People build lives for themselves in their 20s and in their 30s, and then they get into their 40s and they think, fucking hell, I haven't got the energy to keep up this pretense anymore. I can't be bothered to do that. I'm just going to be who I actually am now. And people are like, you've changed. And it's like, well, sort of yes, sort of no. I've sort of just like dropped all the airs and graces that I had, and now I'm just being who I feel like I am, you know? So it's better to be who you actually are from the beginning. That way you don't have to worry about such things. The amount of fragrance clone videos, welcome boss. The amount of fragrance clone videos popping out recently is outrageous, says Yao, and he is exactly right. The amount of fragrance clone videos around now is absolutely mental. It's like they have it's like I don't know what that Star Wars film was, but it is literally insane. It's insane. It's like, it has definitely been the 2023 trend You know, it's definitely been the 2023 trend, clones. Interesting to see what happens with it next year. Aces really helped me weed out shill fragcom channels saying who were plugging clones heavily. Space, you are not going to make any friends here with that statement. Women's volleyball very popular on Oahu. I see Maison Crivelli. Are you a fan of their stuff? I'm a fan of Patchouli Magnetic, but most of that stuff's a bit shit, I think, actually. Iris Malacan is absolutely terrible. If you want a niche iris, get that. Iris Irisandra. I haven't worn this for a while, actually, and it's been pissing down recently, so I should actually wear that and Encre Noir, which I haven't touched. I had to leave a goddamn American ex-mobster stream because the guy was going on about Israel and how they should support them, all Americans, says Boz. Nothing against clones because the current prices of perfume are disgusting, but the sudden hype of clones is a bit surprising, says Zhao. Yeah, it's... I don't like clones, I'm happy to say that, but I'm not... I've said before what I think of clones. It's not my thing. I'm never going to like them. I'm never going to buy them, but I'm not as against them as I once was. You know what I mean? I used to hurl abuse around about them because the price of fucking perfume now has gotten to the point where they are the perfume distributors and houses have just got fucking greedy. It's greedy. The markups on perfumes are absolutely astronomical. But even some clone houses charge about the same as the original, says Pat. They're getting closer, aren't they? And at that point, I will return back to my previous statements about clones being theft. Stealing someone's idea and passing it off as your own and making money on it. Probably any chance you've watched the videos about the afternoon of a phone by Eldo? I get ballet videos after watching that one. The latter, you think he's just showing people who he really is. Proud I would attend any performance with you in Paris. I would need to rent some clothes though. Rent some clothes? It is true, Rich. Today I had someone crying in their live stream due to depression and mental health issues. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Yeah, you usually find people who are acting out have got something they are trying to either repress or just generally hide. You know, people who are acting like that. I mean, it'll come crashing down because it always does. Because you lose as you get older the energy it takes to expend. The energy you've got to expend on keeping up that facade becomes an intolerable use of your fucking mental resources, and that you just end up slipping until the point where you get found out. And I think a lot of people want to be found out so that they don't have to keep up the pretense anymore. You know, like I said, are people changing or are they just showing you who they really are? I love Iris Malacan, but I know that you can't do Amber Woods, but I recently got a sample of Patchouli Magnetic and it's amazing. It's on my wish list. It's just like oud and maracuya. And Patchouli Magnetic's lovely. It's like a creamy, smooth... Oh! It's really nice. Really nice. Wear this on a date in the Mediterranean. You live near the Mediterranean, don't you? You're a lot closer than me, Joe. This is an evening on the Mediterranean. There's peach and patchouli. Beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful. Iris Malacan, I was really upset with it because it did the same thing as Sultan Vetiver by Nishane, and it was a gorgeous opening with this really vibrant, natural iris, and in the case of Sultan vetiver, vetiver. And then after half an hour, it was amberwoods, and that was all. Welcome, Bilbo. I could wear Queer Beluga to the ballet. Ah, Tonka Imperial, a vintage bottle has popped up for £250. Should I buy it? It's got a couple of mil missing. What do we think about that? I knew I had to ask you something. By the way, have you tried Mahia Black? Welcome, Facilitator. How are you? Would you compare it to anything of Beaufort? I haven't tried it. No, sorry. So I'm a bit useless when it comes to that. Iris Malacan smells bad and it's suffocating. It's strange. At first I loved it. I loved the opening. The opening was gorgeous. The dry down, the mid and the dry down were criminal. But like Shaw says, I just cannot do. I cannot do amberwood. How are we feeling about Naxos these days? Is that the royal way? Are you asking me? Because I think it's fucking awful. Not having it, just get pure Havana. Save yourself hundreds of pounds. And don't buy Zerzhov. Svency06 says, my biggest problem with the frag community isn't even the influencers. It's these quirky, self-indulged assholes, even too stupid and lazy to call the perfumer's proper name. Who are you talking about? Who are these quirky, self-indulged assholes? What I hate is watching a bunch of know-it-alls talk about perfume. No real value in that, like on Downstream last year, says the boss. Well, you are here, though. Elisandra, it's almost becoming my signature, says Pop the Film. It really is very, very nice. It really is. Got a little bit of violet in it. I don't usually like violet, but it works beautifully in here. Adds to the purpleness of the iris. Don't ask, I can't explain it. I think I know who they are, Rich. Pure Havana is better. You're correct, Rich. Naxos smells like something. I ran into some perfume live streams which couldn't be any further from the topic, lol, says Proudy. I do like to talk about fragrances on this fragrance live stream. Please forgive me. Speaking of which, have you smelled The Afternoon of a Fawn, Rich? Personally enjoys that one. Not that I can remember. The afternoon is bewitching, says Paul Ephemeral. Sniffing 31 on someone's neck in front of me would be a total distraction. Afternoon of a Fawn is very nice. The Immortelle I ain't big on. Earlier this year too, says Boz. By the way, Rich, just an FYI, because I know you have been reviewing Mithra Argantia and you can pique my interest in that house. If you register yourself in their official website, you will have access to a 20% discount code on Friday on any of their frags. I might just buy the modern formulation of Garrigue, even though I have no idea what it smells like. I may very well just do that. Thank you, Zhao. They are pretty great, mate, I can tell you. Dear me. I'm enjoying Té Noir 29. That is actually that nice one. A tea code made with 0 tea notes. Beauty. Buy Tonka Imperial. You can sell it if you don't care for it, and someone will pay that price and more. But I'm going to have to watch some videos about it, like. How are we feeling about Naxos these days? Shite. Yeah, I've been a bit apprehensive on Immortelle fragrances for the first time due to how polarizing it seems to be. If you enjoy it, you wear it and be happy. That one really grew on me, says initially I was only getting strong ink, and then over time I came to pick out the other notes that are quite nice. Pure Havana is better. You're correct, Rich. Naxos smells synthetic to me. I think I know who they are, Rich, says the boss. I ran into some perfume live streams which couldn't be any further from the topic. Rich, get Tonka Imperial in the 100ml bottle at a good price. Okay, is it the same perfume, is it? It's Black Week, bitches, says the boss. Don't be snobby about getting the vintage. He do. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to dehydrate. Please bear with. Oh. Oh. I am back. It is me. How are you? So, what do we have? I got a pick an armor wash to get by discount, and I hate oud suggestions. I hate oud suggestions. Oh, you hate oud suggestions. I see. Well, what are my suggestions? Good question about my suggestion. Jubilation 25. I'm not sure if that's got oud in it. It might do, but I might be wrong. Dear Man. Dear Man is beautiful. I've got a Made in Oman bottle. Depends what kind of fragrances you like. I think the chat might be able to help you better than me. Ramsey will be able to help you better than me. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I have drank a lot of water in this stream. Good grief. I don't know. I've seen people do. I follow this channel called the Vile Eye, and he did a 12-hour live stream yesterday, and I was like, how is he doing that? How do you do a 12-hour live stream, man? Jesus, I'd die. Naxos was reformulated, and I already tried the new version. It's actually quite more balanced. Not as sweet. I quite liked it. So are the modern Maitre Parfumier at Gantier good or not? Might pick up a couple for the Black Friday deals. Yes, I have tried a few of them, the modern ones. I can't remember which ones because it was a while ago. But excuse me. But they were good. The problem is I've fallen in love with a vintage Garrigue, and I know myself well enough to know that if I buy a modern bottle of it, I'm going to be upset if it comes and it's not exactly the same. Although they do still sell it. So I have a decision to make. At least I've got all week to do it. Thank you very much for letting me know about this. I think it was Zhao. Thank you, Zhao. Is Modern Amber Show any good? Yes, that was one of the ones that I got. And I think I remember that being rather nice. There's something seriously wrong with you if you do not bow down before Tonka Imperial. Tonka Imperial is far above Fev de la Suisse to my nose, sis spaced out, very classy stuff. The tobacco is in the dry down is heaven. Dear, that's been the one I've been considering. Pretty great perfume, that. Nick S has been deleting a comment. Welcome to Manly Sense. And also, what is the point of such a long stream? I love his analysing evil videos. Says, yes, a bloody good channel, that. Where are the Black Friday deals in the States, chat? Says Bilbo. Is Modern Amber Plus Show any good? I believe it is. What is Garrigue like? I'll tell you what it's exactly like. I will tell you exactly what it is like. It is like this. It is like this. It is like the Amouage Attar. Open sesame. Where the fuck have I put that? That was frightening. Where have I put that? That is scary. Come back to me. Here you are. Why are you not in your box? Here it is. That was terrifying. Dear God. A fucking heart beating like a fucked clock. Dear God. Whew. I lost me bottle of the night. I haven't actually fully lost it. I haven't officially lost it. I just can't find it. Which is unsurprising considering how many fucking bottles of perfume I've got and all the fucking Frederick Mars look the same. Anyway. Oh, God. My heart's pounding. What the fuck? I was like, where the fuck has it gone? But anyway, Garrigue smells like Al-Andalus. Or Al-Andalusia by Amouage, one of their older tars. Dear me. Oh, it's so fucking good. Sage, thyme, rosemary, all that good aromatic stuff. Whew. I'm putting that back in the box this time, actually. Fuck that. Goodness gracious me. Definitely a spring and summer fragrance, you know. It's fresh. It's, what's the point of making a magnetic box? Just because it looks cool or it seems cool, you know? Ooh. Let's have a look here. I wonder if the old team is better. I'm rewinding and bookmarking that, says Bob. Is that why you're in a panic? That is why I'm in a panic. Did you smell a Zerjoff? No, actually, it's because I couldn't find an Amouage. I thought you were pulling a magic trick. Somebody's pulling a fucking magic trick. Fucking terrified I was. Goodness me. Attar Goblins. The amazing Ricardo. That's right. Just making perfumes disappear. That moment went straight to the top 10 best Rich Mitch live stream moments. It's a long list. Best is one way of putting them. Dear me. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Good God. Oh, now it fares in the modern formulation. Sounds like an old school aromatic fougere. So it doesn't have lavender, or does it have lavender? Let's have a smell, shall we? I do not need an excuse to bring this perfume out. Garrigue. Gary. I'm giving you a little bit of foreshadowing. I'm going to be doing my final impressions on this much vaunted, much vaunted Maître Parfumier et Garnier sample set. It's fucking huge. But what a sample set this has been. This is just the masculine ones as well. It was your top 5 Manceras, all shite. Directed by Alfred Hitchcock. Scary. Oh no, I can't spray it on the back of my left hand because I was attacked by a cat. Ay, cabron. I don't know if that's some kind of offensive statement. I do apologise. Oh. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's not quite as straight up fat as the Amouage Tar, but you wouldn't expect it to be. You know? Long Kiss Goodnight by Chris Collins. Jammy Rose Oud and Coffee. Don't get Divine started, you get upset if you say Jammy Rose. Top 10 most suspenseful moments from Richard's live streams. I wonder how it fares in the modern formulation. I'm interested to see how it fares. I beg your pardon, friends. Yes, I think it is in Spanish. Oh. Offensive. Apologies. Maître Parfumier et Ductier. Duck, can I get your opinions on something? That is why I am here. Duck, can I get your opinion on something? I'm sure you know of Scent Explore, the perfume event happening in New York in 2 weeks. They run a poll every year and community votes on brands, scents, etc. What if I told you that among the finalists, i.e. the top 3, people have voted that Parfum de Marly has demonstrated the most originality, innovation and overall utmost quality? I'd say that's everything you need to know about them. There is nothing I could say that could indict them the way that they have just indicted themselves. That's my opinion on it. I know exactly what Scent Explorer is. I know who's involved, and I know what it's all about. Max 40 once gave himself an award. Anyone else enjoy the mossy dry down in Hatchabat? Have I? Do I? Probably not. What have I told you? Oh, sorry, I've read that. Not me, not I. What about the new X-Ray from Guerlain? silly prices. I'm not paying £500 for a 50ml. In Portuguese, it's called Garincha. What's that? What's called Garincha? I know a footballer called Garincha, shagged a goat. For context, the attendees voted to have Marley top 3 in their category. I shit myself laughing when I saw that. Top 3 were Amouage, Marley, and M. Micallef. I wasn't very impressed with M. Micallef, to be honest. Supply and Demand says, only thing I'll give Parfum to Marley is they make my favourite women's fragrance, Delina, says Supply and Demand. Any awards event which Andrea Curley regularly attends can't be too good, says Boss. Scent Exploit, says Nick. This year's content creator options are Andres Croxato, Jeremy Fragrance, and Mr. Felix. One of them 3 is going to win. Blech. Yeah, I'm not going near them, says Pulp Femo. Mulhausen is the same. Had an event gifted best perfume to Dominic Mulhausen, daughter of the event holder. Oh, God. Delina is nice, but I like Oriana better. Hey, Galfar, how are you? Rich, did you see the Oud Wood Parfum? Tom Ford going for all extra market like other brands. Yes, it's a trend. Ooh, what do you think about Patchouli Magnetic? I really like it. And if you're interested, the Fragrance of the Year finalists are Amouage's Guidance, Parfum de Marley's Altair, and Micallef's Gin Tonic. Again, that tells you everything you need to know about them. No Cologne Officinal. Really? Really? That's because those people who have been nominated are all part of the same fucking ever-decreasing gene pool of fucking... the ever-decreasing gene pool of the circle jerk out there. The free bottle brigade, the you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, we're all in this business together. It's this... I think I heard someone try to call them the elite, but they are not the fragrance elite, like, at all. You know? They're not elite. They're pretty much the opposite of the elite. They are the lowest common denominators. What a lot of people who go as consumers to those events don't realise is that they aren't consumers, they're marks. You're a fucking mark. If you go there. Guidance was okay, but it was feminine, peachy vanilla. I don't want to imagine the price of Tom Ford Oud Wood Parfum. Yeah, that will genuinely fucking scare the fucking nuts off you. Your balls will just fall off when you hear the price of that. Out there is weak sauce. Says Supply and Demand. I don't want to imagine the price. I knew it. They would put that saccharine, headache-inducing Ambrox bomb in the top 3, of course, because they want to. If it can say that it's won an award, that is extra marketing, right? It's extra marketing. They can put it on the fucking. They can put it on the bottle. They can put it on the marketing, and it will help it sell. And that's what these things are for. It's all marketing. All marketing. That's why it's extremely offensive that none of these channels put include paid promotion on. Bilbo says I might pay $500 for Oud Wood Parfum. It would depend on the size of the bottle and it would depend on the state of the scent. Mr. Felix has an interview with Jean-Claude Elena 2 weeks ago. Was that in French? Supply and demand. Tom Ford Cherry Smoke is better than all of them. 61 brands were listed and most people haven't smelled that many of the fragrances. In my opinion, I've smelled 15 of the 61. There's an Oud Wood parfum. When did that happen, says Bilbo? I don't know because I haven't seen it. Soon to be released, says Shaw. Is it going to be in a private blend? Sorry, I'm just getting my wristwatch down my fucking arm because it's trying to crawl up to my elbow. They are the shit elite. Out there, ruined vanilla fragrances for me for quite a while. Smelled like someone sprayed me with vanilla syrup from Starbucks. What did I have the other day that was actually quite a decent vanilla fragrance? I'll have to come back to you on that. I was with my friend and we were smelling or tasting something and it was like, whoa, that's actually quite nice for a vanilla. Outside of Guidance and Althea, the next popular ones likely were Passes Soir Extra, Ingenious, Ginger, Aquila Absolute, or maybe Sadanasso, or some Montal Mancera scent. You can't be being taken seriously if you're giving awards to Montals and Manceras. You know what I mean? Really, World Prophet, we knew it, Mitch, but those fibbers don't play the dirty game. Don't they play the dirty game? Climbers, yes. Yes, Bilbo, the Perfume Guy channel will keep you caught up. How much? See, the thing is with Sebastian, he does a lot of what we would call sponsored content, right? But for some reason, he gets away with it because he's like it. I'm trying to quantify it, why Sebastian gets away with it and other people don't. I think it's because you can tell he's like a genuine frag head, like. You know what I mean? And it's not all Parfum de Marly, it's not all fucking, like, all these shit perfumes that we've all had forced down our throats all at the same time. Xerjoff, all that crap, you know? Listen, I think my fucking opinion about it can be explained in this sentence. For a brand, if you are turning to influencer marketing, it makes your brand look cheap. It's cheap and nasty and tacky. Influencer marketing is exactly that. It might be the future, it might be the fucking way forward, it might be great for sales, right? But the fact of the matter is it looks cheap, it looks nasty, and it's tacky, right? And it makes you look small time. That's what it is. $5.50 with taxes, stuffs. Stupid tax. Manly Sense, what is your favourite Tom Ford? Bilbo is a city near where I am, says Galfar. Bilbao. Yes, it will be in the private blend collection with that type of limited edition silver plate. Oh no. Now I really want to try Naomi Good Surf fragrances, says Pat. That is Sandra, sounds lovely. I'm always on the lookout for a good iris. That is a top iris fragrance. A properly good iris fragrance. I don't believe anybody genuinely likes Manceras. They're just going through a bad patch in their life, says Nick. Welcome, Frank. How are you? He's got a video on almost every fragrance I've searched on YouTube, says it. Sebastian may be the GOAT. Sebastian may very well be the GOAT. He's up there with Robes, like. He may have even surpassed Robes. Like, Sebastian's a proper frag head. Like, he's really passionate about it. You know, he's not just trying to sell you shit. You know? He's not just trying to sell you shit. He comes across as being quite genuine. You know? Which are you accusing Scent Explore, the Mordor of Middle Fragcom? And they've got their own professional vampire. I think he is sincere and down to earth, unlike the others. Sebastian is really the Discovery Channel. Sebastian has always been open about being business-based. He was a decanter when he started. He's open about it, not pulling off stuff like Demi in any kind of way. Yeah. Black Monday, welcome to you. Hey Mitch, do you like vintage Dior Sauvage Eau Sauvage 1966? I certainly do. And I have a bottle from the 80s. I think I've got a bottle from the 80s and it's fantastic. Tough one. Probably Tuscan leather, which I don't currently own. Duck and Ram or the goats. Ramsey's been fucking knocking it out the park. Oh, there he is. Welcome, Ram. How you doing, mate? He was summoned. Ram was summoned by Steph's. Steph's obviously looked into the mirror and said Ram 3 times. The Ram hath landed. Friends, it's that time of the stream again where I say if you would like to like the stream, please like the stream. If you wouldn't like to like the stream, that's okay as well. Had a couple of minutes in between work and here I am. Welcome, Ram. Sebastian's greatest quality is ignoring all other influences. Do you know, I envy him that. You're quite right, Fosco. I envy him that. Bollocks. He just does what he fucking wants, you know? And that's the best way to be. I don't know how close he is to... I don't know how close he is to any other, like, reviewers. You know, it's like... I remember there was I think it might have been pre-pandemic. We... Everybody used to comment on about the American Northeast, like the New York set in America, as far as perfume influencers were concerned. You know, there was quite a lot of them inside that little area, and they were all very similar in the way they approached it. Yeah, like Red Essence, Max 40, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, like, and they were all similar, very similar. The New York lot. And Sebastian lives out on the West Coast. In his videos with oh my god, it's not Dana. It's who is it? Is it Talia? They're fantastic. You can tell they just love getting together and talking about fragrances. Dahlia, yes, Dahlia, that's right. You can tell them too just love getting together and talking perfume. You know what I mean? Like, it's awesome. There is something almost unquantifiable about Sebastian that just makes him great. Sebastian looks like he has a doobie for each video. That might be what it is, you know. Maybe that's why we all love him so much. Because he looks high as fuck. He does look high as fuck in most of his videos. It's amazing. I don't know how people can function when they're that high. Like, I have to go and hide under the fucking quilt. I used to be able to when I was younger. Sebastian is the GOAT. Cuba no thinks he is. I think Cuba's more of a I don't think he pretends. I think he's all right, actually. I don't think he pretends to be anything that he's not. Not that he needs my seal of approval. That's not what I'm saying. Not that anybody needs my seal of approval. It's a doobie. It's a joint. Cannabis. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Big beard business. Cuba. I sometimes go on Sebastian binges. Hours fly by. Yep. One of the reasons I hate Bond Number 9 is because of what they did to his channel. Bastards. He's a entertainer. Yes, I don't think he pretends to be anything he's not. Them influencer fans I don't understand. Some influencer went to Parfum de Mali event, got a free bottle named and showed free goodies and people be wowing. Yep. Exactly, I've no idea who he's cool with, and I love that for some reason. Sebastian is one of my all-time favourite reviewers, says Zhao. He does tons of collaborations, but he is always transparent about them, and he's very passionate about perfumery. Also, he doesn't need this to survive, yes. I find Cuba no fun, seems like a good guy. I'd like to sit and just chat with him just about shit. I think he seems like a decent bloke, like. Ironically, I'm wearing Sebastian's fave, Dior Homme Parfum. I don't like Dior Homme Parfum. I think Dior Homme Intense is a far superior fragrance. But then I think Dior Homme 2005's better still. Yeah, Cuba's another authentic guy I can appreciate. Yeah, you don't have to be like, you don't have to base everything around like the entertainer thing. Like, I get it. Like, and he like, you sit and say, look, I don't know everything. Whereas some people will try and front and bullshit, you know. Wow, I like Dior and Parfum, but it cost me €146 retail. That is pain and suffering, that, mate. Mate, that is awful. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Sebastian was first to blow up Marley. He's first a lot. I remember he went to the Marley boutique in Paris when Marley was unknown. Oh, well, we shall have to reconsider what we think about Sebastian then, shan't we? I come to find I don't like any Dior Hommes, says Supply and Demand. I like Dior Homme. I like Dior Homme Intense. I like Dior Homme 2005. I like Dior Homme 2011. There's one fragrance house that I really recommend you trying. Voyage Imaginaires, the creators behind the brand are Isabelle Doyen and Camille Goutal. Well, I'm up for that because them two ladies know exactly what they're doing. Voyage Imaginaires. Imaginary Voyages. And here they are. I don't want Francais. Give me English. Decline. I decline everything. Discover. Tea and rock and roll. I'm not sure about that. Discovery mini box. Pack of 3 samples. I'll take your mini box, please. What's in here? This box includes our 3 eau de parfums. The voucher with £15 will be delivered to you to be used within 3 months after purchase. You don't know how long it's now taken me a year to get round to the Ages de Venustus, and I still haven't managed it. Depending on the available stock, your mini set may be presented in a black pouch instead of the white box. Well, maybe I will buy this. Add to cart. I mean, it says English, but it's not giving me English. It's still in French. I don't understand the French. Seb turned a maître parfumier 5 years ago. I think that's why when I bought my samples, my original samples, not the sample set I've got at the minute, which I need to sell. If anybody in England would like to get this sample set, please let me know. Sebastian also doesn't pretend to hate stuff, which I can appreciate. Who do you think pretends to hate stuff? A review in Tonka Imperial and then flip it for a bigger price, says Spaced Out. No, I'm not about that kind of thing. DHI and Valentino Uomo Intense are better, I guess. Sweeter and more casual, but I wear Parfum more. Les Eaux des Immortels is my favourite. L'Eau des Immortels, I beg your pardon. Un voyage, voyage. I think Seb repeats himself, not a channel for me. His manner of speaking is definitely that of one of somebody who may or may not be high. The tea fragrance is beautiful, says Scent Moments. Bilbo, regarding an old comment you made, I haven't used it, but FragranceNet is having a decent sale on a variety of brands. They have Villaresi Ambra, which surprised me. I want them in the blue bottles. They are the older style bottles, aren't they? This style. They are the older ones. This is my Sandalo, which is nice, but it's literally just Jarvanol. I have the Incensi, which is also nice, which is not just Jarvanol. Oh, fuck, off you come. That stuff's really nice. I want Taint de Neige. I used to really like Taint de Neige. I used to really, really like Taint de Neige. And then I have the Patchouli. Me Patchouli. And that's really nice as well. Nobody can touch the Italians for their patchoulis. That is my saying, and I believe it. Even Bois 1920 made a nice patchouli. And I hate Bois 1920. Sebastian has vids with Mandy Aftel and shines a spotlight on Ibdias like Fazolari. Indies, you say. Like Fazolari and Dame. Poor old Johnny Ray. Who the fuck's that? A review Tonka Imperial and then flip they have Villaresi Amber, which surprised me. Is it the vintage one in the blue bottles there? Tonka Imperial is commanding a price now, says Frank. Is Oud Rosewood similar to Leather Oud? No. Tonka Imperial is commanding a price now. I want Taint de Neige. I used to really want that, and then I just stopped liking it as much, to be honest. Frank says, watching Ram, he gave me the heads up that Bois Mysterio is discontinued. Get it while you can, folks. That will start going for prices. They did make a lot of it, though. You know? Not a hard fragrance to find. Maybe it's just discontinued in America. I was very close to blind buying Atman Zaman for being a tobacco fragrance, but my conscience didn't let me. I think I tried Atman Zaman. I got a Villaresi sample set and I sent it to... Did I send it to Peter or did I send it to Smurfy Girly? Who I also have a sample of fucking Towers Nexon that I need to send. Oh. Well done, chat. You've just reminded us. I've got one of the two distributors of Villaresi here in the States notifying me as soon as they get a vintage collection sample set back in stock. I wonder why Oud Isfahan get no love. Smells like a dude walking in a room and taking a girlfriend away from you, says Supply and Demand. Ever heard Come On Eileen, Rich? I think everybody's heard that. I was very close in buying Atman's Ammo. Samples of Mer Imperial and Ikat Rouge come in. Armani Privé knows how to make a good smoky amber. Did you get a bottle of amber, Rich? No, but I could be doing that. Nexon is amazing. Natural smelling green, citrusy green vetiver. It is fabulous. It is fabulous. That's not in the best releases of 2023 either, which is a fucking criminal fucking indictment. What the fuck is this? Hickory. I just found a receipt under my seat. It's a strange thing. I think Isfahan's just been out a long time. Yes. Thought Oud Isfahan was quite popular. I'm just showing my age, says Fosco. I feel the same way. Hotel Sable versus Marquis de Sade, 1740. I beg your pardon. The Sweet Rose next to the Skanky Oud is fire. Well, if you go back and watch a video between Sebastian and Lanier Smith, you will find that they were not impressed by what they considered a reformulation of Oud Isfahan, and they thought Oud Palau was better. I just wore Oud Isfahan last week. Still special in my opinion. Had smelled like Oud Isfahan for a long time, says Pradeep. Have you been coming to fucking England and not telling me? My neighbour is from the Middle East and wears animalic ooze, which means I often have to use the stairs because the toxicity level in the elevator is instant death. However, he recently started wearing something quite nice. I asked him what it is and he said, Ajmal Khalab. Has anyone here tried it? Apparently Ajmal's a good house. I don't know how stringent their regulatory alignment has to be, because they are a Middle Eastern brand. But I burned Oud at home yesterday, nice and smelly. How's the child? Yeah, Ajmal has some great quality stuff, especially their Oud fragrances. I'm glad Coromandel is not as popular. I still feel special wearing it. Ajmal is good stuff, says Frank. Yeah, I think they're actually a decent brand. I was thinking about picking up a bottle of Spice Blend before it's gone. Kind of boring, I thought. Spice Blend was it's like Sauvage without the rattle of ambroxan that goes through it. I've come to like benzoin quite a lot. Any modern benzoins you enjoy in your collection? Thanks to Pradeep, I'm definitely looking into benzoin Bohème. Modern benzoins. Ambra Fetiche has got a fucking big benzoin in it, but it's also got a Russian leather in it. It's not like that kind of creamy. This is fucking stunning, Ambra Fetiche. It's absolutely amazing. Creamy, vanillic. Coromandel is forever, says Frank. Bois d'Armagny is very nice, says Pradeep. Yes, I've tried Ranier J. Ranier J is good. I used to be able to get them at discounters and they were better. But did I try they did like a Spanish leather one, which was actually really good. Have you tried Ambra Tibet, Rich? Says Paroli. No. Bois d'Armagny is very nice. Yes, Devon Ranier J is brilliant, says Scented Moments. Queer Andalou, that's the one. You got to smell Ajmal, Frank. I smelled their whole first gen line and it was absolute trash. They smelled like a Middle Eastern take on Montal. Terrible blending. Oud Isfahan to La Bohème, too much emotion, says Bob. I like the blue cheese oud from Ranier, the others not so much. Ajmalatas are some of the very best in the world. Real ouds going to thousands of dollars. Ambra Fetish will be on the list then, much appreciated. Are modern Gutals still good? Yeah, they're still good. Are they as good? Possibly. Possibly not. I don't know. I wouldn't like to speculate. I think my signature scent may be Moon Glory by the Harmonist with a dab of oud. You're talking about Ajmal Ataz. I was talking about the brand new release from the Spirit of Dubai called Ajmal. What does Ajmal mean? Does anyone know? This fucking Amber Fetish is fucking lovely. My God. I might know what I'm wearing tomorrow. I cannot find Patchouli Magnetique on Maison Crevelli website, says Mohammed Z. Welcome, Mohammed Z. Let me have a quick look. My best friend in college was named Ajmal. Releasing brands like Rasasi have a lot of trash and clones that sell in the West. Different story in the Middle East. They have elite lines, says Frank. I have the bold bottle of Tals Noir Nuit Etoile. Nice. So let's have a look at Crevelli. Oh, fuck me. Maison Crevelli. Patchouli Magnetic. So it is available at John Lewis, Harvey Nichols, Harrods, Santa Eluia, Selfridges, Vittoria Profumi. Where's Maison Crevelli? You would think their website would come up first, wouldn't you? Not entirely sure they sell it at their own website. What's going on here? Every other website except their own has got it. There it is. Maison Crevelli. Oud Maracuya. Refuse a toot. I do refuse a toot. Limited edition. Chalks olfactives. Oud Stallion. Discovery set. Boutiques. Oh God, what have I done? It's not the world's easiest website to get around. This Oud Stallion. I like the colour green of that bottle, but I looked into Ambra Sauvage, hoping to bring back the greatness of Fetish, but the same story, lack of depth. Mona Queer seems to be disappearing. Yes, apparently it's discontinued, like, so prepare for that shit to be. Prepare for me to cry about that quite vociferously, if you don't mind. Discovery set only available online. Boutiques. Yeah, the Maison Crevelli website's trash. Oh. Founder Perfumes Extrait. You're an extract. Oh. Ooh. It seems our friend Mohammed Z is absolutely spot on. That is the extract, and Patchouli Magnetique, there is none. So we have Oud Maracuya, Oud Stallion, Chalks Olfactives, Hibiscus Mahajad, Ingredients 072012, and Amber Chromatique and nothing more. Not even Iris Malacan. Oh dear. Divine is reveling in the discontinuation. They discontinued that dog shit fragrance, he says. Ajmal tea, I have heard. I wore a Lure Home Sport or Extreme and felt basic as fuck. It has a deodorant smell to it. Ajmal means prettier, says Mohammed. Thank you, Mohammed. Ajmal apparently translates to the most beautiful or the prettiest from Arabic. I think it depends on the perfume brand, I could tell. Apparently Amber Fatish's is not that great in modern formulation. No! 92 Bricks, Matrix, how are you? Welcome, Skinny. I'm going to be going in a minute, but welcome, Skinny. I hope you're well, mate. And welcome to you, Matrix. I think it depends on the perfume brand, I could tell. Mona Queer seems to be disappearing, which is an upsetting turn of events, I can tell you. The new Jubilation 40 bottle looks nice. I want to smell it, I must admit. I do want to smell it. I also want to smell the Dear Man one as well. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's a hydrocarbon type leather fragrance with mild sweetness, says Divine. Yikes. Do Penhaligon's have bad performance? Sometimes. The best Dior Privés are only available in France. So irritating, says Frank. I confirm Coromandella's a beauty and with the hype, says Sandra B. I bought a bottle last year. It macerated during the summer. I tried it a few weeks ago and now longevity is amazing. Welcome, Sandra B. How are you? Quentin Biche made it less offensive, released it as a guidance for Amouage. Juniper slang definitely does. It's disappearing as we speak, and I reapplied at the beginning of the stream, says A. Have they discontinued anything? Not sure. Don't tell me they are discontinuing their best fragrances, says Joe. I need to get a bottle before it's gone, mate. There are the Selfridges, Harrods, places like that have all got bottles, but if it's not on their website, that is not a great sign, is it? Patchouli Magnetic has a 5.4 out of 10 rating on Parfumo across 80 ratings. That stuff sucked. Well, everybody else can say what the fuck I want. I like it. Yes, I want Blazing Mr. Sam, but it didn't last long. May get a clone of it, says Supply and Demand. How do you guys like Dior Homme Sport 2021, says Frank. Isfahan is flash black tie, advantage to women, says Bob. I'm surprised you like that patchouli, says Brody. I think it's nice. It's nice, creamy, slightly sweet. It's a nice thing. I'll smell Juby 40 this week. I got great contacts. Ha, says Divine. Welcome back, little skinny. By the next live, I'll be able to chat on that. What if I do it live tomorrow? Actually going to meet my pregnant friend tomorrow. She drops. She is due 2 weeks tomorrow, right? And it's her second baby, and the first baby she had came 2 weeks early. And she only told me that like yesterday, and I was like, mint. So, well, we're going to go for a steak, but got to be careful when you're pregnant with steak, apparently. So, we will be going for Italian instead. Much safer. I got one and I don't even wear it for the gym, says Baroli. Dior Homme Sport 21 is truly a what the fuck. Juby's an old time. I got to try the 40. Yes, Jubilation 25 is one of the greats of the century. Absolutely one of the best perfumes of the century. Like Bois d'Argent, it's right up there. Sesame milk, not rice milk, apparently. Surprised duck, I'm with the others. Patchouli Magnetic is not nice to my nose. Smells very commercial to me. Is it commercial? I like this milky white chocolate kind of thing it's got going on. Oh, you bastard, it's trying to get away from us. I do like it. I had to wash it off, Patchouli Magnetic, says Barola. Have you tried their new Omniscient, Mr. Thomason? Omniscient? It's so bad, it's hard to believe. How about Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé? I don't think that I have smelled that one. Yeah, same here. I love the creaminess of that patchouli with a salty touch. Absolutely. And on that, my friends, I am off. It has been a good stream, a great stream. I hope you have had a good time. I've had a good time. I hope I will see you all again soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. And I will see you all next time. Bye.